Hello, students. Today we are going to discuss the 100 Dresses Part 2. The writer is Sam Albusser Esther, and this is the subsequent part of the 100 Dresses Part 1. In Part 1, at the end of the story, we saw that Wanda Petronsky was absent. She had not been coming to school, but still she won that competition, coloring or painting competition. She won. She sent 100 dresses, means she colored 100 dresses. She made the posters of 100 dresses and she won that competition. But she was not there to take that prize. Now, next chapter. While the class was circling the room, the monitor from the principal's office brought Miss Mason a note. Miss Mason read it several times and studied it thoughtfully for a while. Then she clapped her hands. So, immediately after that chapter, while everyone was circling the room, everyone was watching, praising her paintings. At the same time, a person came from principal's office with a note. It was so serious thing that the teacher, Miss Mason, read it several times because she couldn't believe whatever was written in that note. And then she clapped her hand. Clapped her hand here means to make everyone attentive or to talk to the class. She said, "Attention, classes, everyone back to their seat." When the shuffling of feet had stopped and the room was still and quiet, Miss Mason said, "I have a letter from Wanda's father that I want to read to you." Now, that note was a letter from Wanda's father, and now everyone was quite silent. At that time, she said that now I want to read it to you. Means I will read loudly. You all will listen it. Miss Mason stood there a moment and the silence in the room grew tense. Means everyone was quite silent and the silence became a kind of tension and expectant means hopeful. The teacher adjusted her glasses slowly and deliberately. Her manner indicated that what was coming. Means as she became so serious, so everyone knew that something serious was written in that letter. This letter from Wanda's father was a matter of great importance. This was very important, no doubt. The letter was. Everybody listened closely. Listen closely means listen with a great attention. As Miss Mason read the brief note, means that letter, she started reading the letter. "Dear teacher, my Wanda will not come to your school anymore. Jack also. Jack may be her brother. Earlier, it has not been mentioned anywhere in the chapter, but it is supposed to be the brother of Wanda. So he says Jack also. Now we move away to big city. No more holler. Palak. Palak is the name other students use to tease Jack and Wanda, and especially Jack. No more holler. Holler means shouting. Shout. No more ask why funny names. Because everyone asked about their funny names. Wanda Petronsky. Plenty of funny names in the big city. Means he also mentioned that this is big city and there are plenty of names. So no one should bother about the names. Yours truly, Jan Petronsky. Means that was the letter from her father. A deep silence met the reading of this letter. As she completed that letter, everyone was quite silent. There was a great or deep silence in the class. Miss Mason took off her glasses, blew on them, and wiped them on her soft white handkerchief. Then she put them on again and looked at the class. When she spoke, her voice was very low because she was very much grieved. वो काफ़ी दुखी थी उस बात को लेके that due to some circumstances, a girl left the school. I'm sure now she says, the teacher, Miss Mason says, I'm sure that none of the boys and girls in the room 13 would purposely and deliberately means janbujhkar, hurt anyone's feeling because his or her name happened to be a long, unfamiliar one. Now, she made it clear that I hope that none of us, means no one is responsible for all such things, or deliberately no one teased her feelings because of her long name, because of her unfamiliar name. Earlier it was mentioned that it was very long, it was a strange kind of name. Otherwise, there used to be very small, very smooth names were there. I prefer, further she says, I prefer to think that what was said in thoughtlessness. Thoughtlessness means without any intention, anjane mein. So she says that I think whatever you might have done, that was that was said in thoughtlessness, means without any intention. I know that all of you feel the way I do. She says that whatever I am feeling, I know this thing, I'm sure that all of you are feeling in the same way. That this is a very unfortunate thing to have happened. Whatever has happened, that is very unfortunate or bad thing, unfortunate and sad both, and I want you all to think about it. Now, she did not scold anyone, she only explained this thing, that this or this kind of things are very unfortunate for every one of us, and I want all of you to think about it, that it should not be repeated for anyone. It hurts anyone's feelings. The first period was a study period. Maddie tried to prepare her lessons, but she could not put her mind on her work. Now, Maddie, she was also present there in that class. So she was trying to prepare her lesson, but she was not at all able to prepare because of that disturbance. She could not concentrate on her work. She had a very sick feeling in the bottom of her stomach. Means she became very sad. It shows that she was very sad. True, she had not enjoyed listening to Peggy ask Wanda how many dresses she had in her closet. Now, Maddie earlier also, Maddie had never enjoyed it. Earlier also, whenever in the previous chapter it was mentioned that whenever the girls and especially Peggy, whenever she tells, she makes fun of her, at that time she didn't enjoy at all, but she was also with her because Peggy was her fast friend, inseparable friend. So now she is feeling that she had not enjoyed listening to Peggy ask Wanda how many dresses she had her in her closet. But she had said nothing. And this shows that she was also involved in that matter. If whatever is going on wrong in front of us and if we don't oppose it, it shows that we are also involved in that. अगर हम बुराई को अपोज नहीं करते हैं तो इसका मतलब ये है कि हम उसका सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. So, but she had said nothing. She had stood by silently. Now she was also with her, and that was just as bad as what Peggy had done. Worse, now she herself is thinking that she also had done द सेम थिंग एज पेगी हैड डन, कि पेगी ने जो कुछ भी किया है, पेगी उसको चिढ़ाती थी लेकिन वो भी उसके साथ में थी और वो भी उतनी ही उसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है. मोर देन दैट, वर्स, कि उससे भी ज़्यादा she was responsible. She was a coward. She herself felt that she was a coward. At least Peggy had not considered they were being mean, but she, Maddie, had thought they were doing wrong. At least once or twice she realized that they were wrong, though Peggy did not ever think about it, but she thought once that they were doing very wrong. She could put herself in Wanda's shoes. This is phrase put in someone's shoes means to place at someone's state और someone's place, कि दूसरों की जगह पे रखना. तो वो सोच रही कि अगर मैं उसको खुद को अगर हम उसकी जगह पे रख के देखें तो कितना दुखी होना पड़ता या दुखी होते. Goodness, means she says, oh God, wasn't there anything she could do? If only she could tell Wanda she had not meant to hurt her feelings. Now she says that if I get a chance to tell Wanda that whatever we were doing, we didn't mean it or mean to hurt her feelings, means we didn't want to hurt your feelings. At least once she meet Wanda and she wants to tell Wanda that they didn't want to hurt her feelings. She turned around and stole a glance at Peggy, but Peggy did not look up. Now she turned towards Peggy, but Peggy was completely busy in her work. So she didn't look towards her. She seemed to be studying hard. It seemed that Peggy was studying hard. She was completely involved in her study. Well, whether Peggy felt badly or not, she, Maddie, had to do something. Now, she was completely determined that whether she tells something or not, she feels bad or not regarding that, but Maddie will surely do something, and she had to do something. She had to find Wanda Petronsky. Maybe she had not yet moved away. If she had not left this place, then she decided कि अगर उसने वो यहाँ से चली नहीं गई होगी, दूसरी सिटी में शिफ्ट नहीं हो गई होगी, then I'll meet to her and then I'll tell her that I didn't mean whatever had happened. So maybe she had not yet moved away. Maybe Peggy would climb the heights with her and they would tell Wanda she had won the contest, that they thought she was smart and the 100 dresses were beautiful. Now she says that if Peggy would also accompany me, then both of us will go to that place, that heights, Boggins Heights, where she lived, and they would go there. They would tell Wanda that she was smart and those 100 dresses were very beautiful. When school was dismissed in the afternoon, means the school was over in the afternoon, the entire incident had happened in school. So after the school, when they were going towards their home, so Peggy on the way, with pretended casualness, means बनावटी चिंता करना या लापरवाही से उसने कहा, hey let's go and see if that kid has left town or not, कि चलो देखते हैं कि वो टाउन उसने छोड़ा है या नहीं, या यहाँ से चली गई है नहीं. If she has not gone, then we could we can go to her and apologize whatever we have done. Hey, let's go and see if that kid has left town or not. So Peggy had the same idea. Peggy was also thinking the same thing. Maddie glowed means she became happy because Peggy also expressed the same idea that yes, I also was thinking the same thing. So Maddie became very happy that yes, Peggy was also thinking the same thing. Peg was really all right. Peg here means Peggy. Peggy was also all right, but somewhere in her heart also there such feelings that whatever had done was little wrong. The two girls hurried out of the building. Hurried means they went hurriedly. They walked fast out of the building up the street towards Bogging Heights, the part of town that wore such a forbidding air on this kind of a November afternoon. Drizzy, drizzly, damp and dismal. Damp and dismal here means निराशापूर्ण. वो बहुत हताश थे, निराश थे, whatever they have done, and they were going towards that Boggings Heights, and it was drizzling. बूंदाबांदी या फुहार चल रही थी. Well, at least, said Peggy, guffly. Guffly here means अनमने ढंग से, unwillingly. So Peggy said, without any interest से, well, at least I never did call her a foreigner or make fun of her name. She says, Peggy says, that I have never insulted, I never called her a foreigner and made fun of her name at least. I never thought she had the sense to know we were making fun of her anyway. And never I thought that she was thinking she was feeling bad whatever we were making fun of her name of fun of her anyway. I thought she was too dumb. I was thinking her very dumb, but she was not. And Gee, look how she can draw. And now she says that whatever I have done, she got the idea of 100 dresses, 100 pictures, 100 drawings from whatever I said. So, otherwise, how could she draw? Means she took the idea, whatever we were teasing her. So, she got the idea from that, and look how she can draw. Otherwise, she was not able to draw the 100 dresses, and due to our teasing, she was able to draw the 100 dresses.